Couldn't make it to Metrocon this year? Did you miss any of the amazing shows they had? Well, worry not, because RVT has your back. Join the Shades for Metrocon Live! Each week, he'll debut a new video from each of Metrocon shows. What's more, we'll have live commentary from many of the cast and crew from the events, giving you insight into the making of each one. Here's the schedule. Week 1 starts off hot with the Metro Fire Show, Unkindled. Week 2 is Sitting Down with tonight's stars. Party, that is. Week 3 is Groovin' with Chip Skylark in the Rhythm City Chronicles. Week 4 is live from Tampa with Metro Night Live. Week 5 is Rockin' the House with Jonathan Young, Caleb Hiles, and Rashad E.B. in concert. Week 6 is Seeking the Heir to the Kingdom at the Masquerade. And finally, Week 7 brings us Endgame with the Anime Human Combat Chess Match. So join us every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern starting July 31st for all the exciting events. It's Metrocon. Keep the gear turning on.
Superhero time starts now.
Welcome, one and all, to Metrocon.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to Metrocon Live. Here's part of RVTV. How we all doing, everybody? And why is my alert box being weird? There we go. I don't know how that happened, but nonetheless, we are here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, to debut week 2 of our Metrocon shows. And tonight, it's time to tune in for a laugh, because it's time for tonight's star. Party, that is. And joining me, of course, is the cast and crew of the Metrocon Star Party. Let's go down the line and let's introduce yourselves.
Who goes first?
I don't know, because he didn't assign us, like, our names. So, like, technically you would go first, but then, like, Isabella's name, her, like, username is, like, before yours. So I, like...
Oh my god, just go down the line.
Thank you.
Hey guys, Lily over here.
I guess we're skipping Dylan and Isabel. Hi, I'm Megan.
Hi, I'm Isabel.
Hi, I'm Dylan. I was skipped.
I am left. That's it.
Emma's here too.
I'm James. You know me. Blah blah yada yada yada.
You guys know Spade Ace.
Oh,
I am Ash Ketchum.
Well, he's not entirely wrong there. Just not this.
Not in this show.
Thank you, Lily.
You don't know that.
They're all the same protagonist.
yes. It turns out Ash just killed Tiny's wearing his skin and clothes.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well, this took a morbid turn.
Yeah.
that's what happened. That's canon now.
Oh, you can imagine we're going to have some fun here tonight. Hopefully we'll see some more of our friends joining us here as the show goes on. But nonetheless, it is time to tune in and laugh. Let's get started with the Metro Star Party. Here we go.
Sir. Yes, I see that, but the show's about to start. But sir, can't you just do this in your office?
Fine. I'll just do it in my office.
Welcome to Improv, the show.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome to a bit that didn't exist till 2 weeks before show.
Hello, everyone.
And a bit that was never the same twice.
Tonight's star.
Yep.
Turn that down a little bit for everybody.
This is a commentary, right?
Yes, you are free to talk.
Now, tonight just happens to be the 2600.
You fool.
It's an important number to me, and it actually happens to be our anniversary episode.
Welcome to Overexposed, the musical.
But first, you know, rules and regulations. Now, first off,
I gotta admit, Lily, you tend to play these kind of characters the best. You know, just kind of like having to manage the chaos.
My life.
please react accordingly. is a live recording.
I love how James was the one complaining about like the echo, but then it's just like James is the only one that's echoing right now.
Yes, there. Now, so please silence all.
Yeah, James, you might want to turn on your push to talk, dude.
I'm good. I got it changed. I'm good.
All right.
Sheikah slates and children. Third, the exits are located to your left, where you all came in. Now, in the event of an emergency, be it physical, mental, emotional, catastrophic, apocalyptic, or LARP-related, please proceed to the exits in an orderly fashion.
I can only imagine what kind of, like, now you just have to imagine the history of this show and, like, what led them to have to make those kind of roles.
Desperation, maybe drugs.
Bit of both.
I know some of you were thinking it. Don't move, right? We haven't had a need to evacuate since...
Ah, hi, Megan!
At me.
We'll be fine. Remember, exciting. Alright, placing to our opening segment, and we're on in 5.
I did not realize you were doing that.
Doing what?
Now my contribution to this video.
Oh, that's clever. That's clever.
Did you just say Crever?
Yes, I did say clever.
You're dead to me, son.
Thanks, Dad.
I don't know why I thought that said the mat for a second.
The Matt.
The Matt.
The
one and only Matt.
Where's Grace when you need her?
I don't know.
Probably loose in the streets somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know why she's not here.
So this is everybody's first time seeing this outside of like actually doing it, right?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you'll be happy to know I got
wanted to make sure I wasn't the
day
only one.
1. So I heard that was the better show.
That doesn't make me happier, I'm gonna be real with you.
I mean, like they were both good shows. They were both great.
Okay, fair enough. I heard
like-
this was the better of the two shows, all things considered.
There was technical issues, day 2, that were like rectified by like once every mic was used.
Ah.
Like I think that was our issue. Oh no, this is the day I broke everybody on. I broke at least Dylan and Bethany on stage.
Yeah.
This is also where things go wrong for me, and yeah.
You're a fucking shell.
Oh my god.
And who has joined us here? We have a new guest. Once they get their mics situated.
Danger Fro.
That's Jera, apparently. Jera has snuck in. Jerry, you're just in time for your favorite scene.
Man, I freaking knew it. He's the only one who would have a Gurren Lagann profile picture.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. I'm a Gurren Lagann fan myself. Thank you very much.
Crap. I just realized like I keep like pressing tilde and it's typing it and it's saying I'm typing things, but I'm not. I'm just talking.
Now, like in all seriousness, though, I will say, like this year, these two shows were the smoothest it has ever been.
Nice.
Hello.
Hello.
Jara.
Crazy kids and your push to talk buttons.
I have my reasons, but let me go ahead and do this.
James is the reason.
Late as usual, sir.
Do what I want.
This way we know who we were talking to here.
Man, but I like my handle.
Hey, it's only for this server. It's still the same everywhere else.
Or else.
Now we take away your identity and give you your same identity.
Yeah, how come James still gets his?
You know what? I think it's fair, James. We gotta kind of have to do this.
I don't care.
Wait,
Got
but
him.
Dylan and Isabel, is it just me or is Dylan and Isabel the same too?
No, they're different. I'm looking at all of them right now.
For me, it's the same.
It might not be server wide then, so you guys.
Dylan.
Anyway.
Back to the show.
Latak.
Speaking of froze.
Afro.
Afro.
And you're just in time, Jara. One of your parts is coming up.
The weirdest fucking line I had all show.
So, factoid number 1. When we were originally writing the script, that line there was the first of many products of our very tired delirium sitting inside of Perkins.
Oh,
Not surprised.
Yo, I love
Desperation and drugs.
I went to Perkins for my birthday.
I'm sorry.
Nah, I love Perkins.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Also, I like the little callback you did there, James. Reruns of the Family Star. Don't think I didn't catch that.
Oh, I know.
Everybody caught it.
Question is, how many in our chat are going to realize what that's a reference to?
It's his favorite show.
I've seen every episode. Every episode.
We wanted to put Julia Childs back in the show, but it just wasn't in the budget.
You don't know how true that actually is. There was a lot of stuff I wanted to use this year that just we couldn't fit in. Like I'll say right now, I wanted Zelda at one point to reference the Blood Moon because anybody that's played Breath of the Wild is so freaking tired of her saying the phrase "the Blood Moon rises once again."
Yeah.
But I could not find a place for the life of me where it would fit comfortably in.
That's what it looked like on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like been a whole thing of mine. Like I haven't seen any pictures or any like videos so far, so this is all like fresh to my eyes, and I'm just like,
yeah.
Yeah, no one's posted anything.
I know.
Except for MNL stuff.
I've been wanting to put my profile picture as like the one that Ben took a picture of us during the cast picture, and he hasn't posted it yet.
Dude, I want to replace my Star Party, like my profile banner for this year's Star Party. Because I've had it for last year's Star Party, and no one's posted any good pictures of the cast photo at the end.
There's like one, but it's like from an angle and it looks weird.
Exactly.
Like I have it as mine because I'm just like, well, I got it. Like I don't want to keep it as like Ash from last year.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why. So just so the chat knows, Pegasus, played by Jara, is now currently sitting in the front row of the audience, and will be there for at least another scene.
Yeah.
He'll be there for the rest of the entire episode.
Actually, I do have to comment on that, on Jara's performance as Pegasus, because when I heard that Pegasus were going to be in this show, my first thought went to someone else who's played Pegasus at a different con. So I really had high expectations to who was going to fit that role. And Jara, I'm going to say it straight out, you did a good job.
awesome.
You captured that douchiness perfectly.
Although
Like,
Jara,
I mean,
Douchebag.
you should see my other performance at Masquerade.
Oh, we will get to that, my friend. I hope to see you there
wait.
for that.
Hold up. Fucking Jara with Saturday show.
Or was that Sunday show?
No, it was Saturday show. For Star Party.
Oh yeah, Saturday show. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, also, I did you a little favor, James. I added some background music for the entrances.
cool. Thank you.
Kind of made it seem more like what an actual talk show would do.
We thought about it, but
gross. Oh god.
What you trying to say, man? We didn't have the budget for background music.
Well, then I had it, so I threw in the extra couple bucks.
We didn't have the rights.
We didn't even have the budget to have Jara on the stage the whole time, man.
Yeah, I'm expensive.
I will tell you, Jara, Morgan was having such a hard time not laughing her ass off sitting next to you.
Oh yeah, I remember she told
All
me
the
that. That was
shit you were
good.
doing.
Yeah. Is there a way to watch this recording without our own commentary?
Not right now, but if you guys do want, after the show, after our stream is done, I will have the full video up on my YouTube page.
Nice.
You think I'm gonna make this the only viewing of this? Hell no. I ain't that cruel.
Nobody wants to listen to me.
I want to listen to you, Dad.
Especially these guys. They had to do it for 3 months. They never want to again.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, James. I love you.
The transfer. I like it.
Oh yeah. So everybody on cast and everybody watching, this show, I guarantee you will need multiple viewings because there is so much little background shit, which I treasure so much. Like starting with Megan's little oddities there.
Well, that's like I'm actually excited to see the mantra scene and actually see what Megan is actually doing that whole time. Because
yeah, we never figured that out because we don't do it. We don't look.
So I would just like to say at least that this scene right here is probably my favorite scene.
Oh, definitely favorite scene.
Yeah. For sure.
Least favorite scene. Thanks, guys.
I just saw Nicole just tossing the cards like, well, don't need to ask that in a question anymore. That's.
Well, shut your mouth, Seth, because your opinion doesn't matter for this one.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you, and that's what counts.
This episode of Seth's Cosplay is brought to you by Hot Glue. Hot Glue. I didn't use the sewing machine.
Hot glue. Hot glue, because we don't give Seth sharp, pointy objects.
I tried sewing those things, and I was just like, I'm not cut out for this.
And tying into my joke, shall I bring up the fact that you stabbed yourself in the head on your own
Alright,
hat?
fuck you. That was last year. Let's get over it.
Never.
Tying
so funny.
into the joke. I'm glad I upset someone with that. Jeez.
Ooh, like I think it was like. Yeah, I think it was like the first time Grace actually flung me back into the couch. I think I think like my entire it was during dress rehearsal. My goggles fell off. My goggles and bandana fell off my head and covered my eyes.
Oh jeez.
That wasn't the only time that happened.
Yeah.
Because I had to pick up your goggles or something at one point because they fell off, and I literally put them back on your face and I covered your eyes.
So for like show, I actually again, another thing that I constantly use for my costumes, paper clips. Paper clips are holding in the wig to my head and the goggles and headband to the wig.
So you know the return of Clippy, Eggman's arch nemesis. Throw back to that year if anybody remembers that joke.
Oh no!
Space.
My favorite scene to practice.
Your shining moment, right?
So.
Oh no! Oh no!
So I'm gonna point this out for starters. This is Daniel and Isabel on stage. Isabel being one of our shining first years. She had to miss a few weeks of practice, which was okay. When we brought her back and told her all the shit that was happening during this scene, she was so okay with everything. And I was so proud.
I don't think okay was the right word. I think confusion is a better word.
Confused but accepting.
That's a lot of lights.
Well, I'll say this: you play it up very well. You look like you're completely lost on what the hell is going on.
Because I was.
Yeah, to be fair, Seth changed it up a little bit almost every time.
Yeah.
We also weren't expecting all of these lights.
Oh yeah, like that was new.
Oh, that's camp for you.
God damn it, Cam.
No, this is when the heads fall off the hats, and you can clearly see it's the fucking Ash hat.
Nice.
There it goes. What's that do? Oh, Easter egg. That was intentional. It was totally intentional.
Yeah, it's a throwback. Yeah.
I suppose you did the best you could with what you had. I suppose I can't ask for anything else.
And I
Oh
never
shoot,
saw
that's when
those
I was
hats
sliding
again.
off Daniel's back the entire time.
I can tell you exactly where the hats are set. They are most likely in our prop box.
No, like Miranda gave them to me back, and like I have the Ash hat, but I don't have my fairy tale hat anymore.
Aw.
So I don't know where it is. It's probably still in the embassy.
Oh no.
Who told you that you couldn't bring your Digimon?
What the fuck, me? I looked so awkward. I was like, I'm gonna grab that and then just like yeet it off stage.
How you do?
Here it is.
I love how you
There's a lot of attempted yeet.
Lowercase x, capital X, millennium_I_.
So the magic that's happening to the right now, Ty is. Yep, there we go.
Geocities.com.
Ty is sitting in the host chair. You're not allowed to sit in the host chair, right, Megan?
Right.
Close call. They did a real good job saving it. We might have to edit that in the rerun, though.
Look at this
It's
guy.
highlighter, man.
Yeah, right. Thanks,
Oh, no.
China.
Oh no, we call him our nice safety road cone. We just put him out where we need parking, and nobody will ever miss him.
And Zelda really saved the day.
Also, thank you, China.
Actually, linked it, which is weird.
Look on the bright side,
They were part of a package deal.
and like
His
I said, I mean,
costume?
Ha.
yeah, I mean this in the nicest of ways. That we knew when he was on stage, you commanded presence with the costume alone.
Because you looked like an escaped prisoner.
Pretty sure we blinded a couple people during these shows.
Oh no, absolutely.
That damn wig though kept getting in my face so much. It was the worst.
Yeah, man, I hate it when a wig's getting in your eye.
Just the one eye.
Well, the worst part is you can't even see my face, and like, I mean, let's be honest,
Oh, that's true.
the worst part.
No, nothing at all. Don't worry about it, sir.
This is why you played Pegasus.
Like, I'll tell you, I was typecasted for both my shows this year. It's
Yeah, you kind of mastered the art of acting like a douchebag. No offense.
I mean,
It's true.
I'm not.
It's true.
I'm not gonna deny it, really.
I play the part well when I wanna.
Get fucked, Jara.
Oh.
Get fucked, Jared.
No, that was the whole thing throughout this year. Started by my roommate, Jed, who is a punk.
Rewind. Why are you trying to get rid of Zelda?
Speaking of Jed, he didn't even see the shows this year. I don't think
Yeah.
he's watching right now.
What a monster.
Yeah, if you guys didn't hear that during Lily's beginning monologue at the show, or not Lily,
Nicole's.
we referenced the fact that Jed has been in the front row for every year of Star Party. Every single
And he
year.
fucking didn't.
And this year, the one year we decided to reference it and have some fun with it, he wasn't there for either show.
Even though he promised that he would be, because we told him that he was in it and he knew because he had seen it at rehearsal, so he knew the monologue and that he was referenced in it.
But he wasn't even there for dress
He did it
rehearsal.
on purpose.
Yeah, that's right. He wasn't there for dress rehearsal.
No, but he came over and he watched our actual rehearsals like once or twice.
Yeah.
It's true.
So would you say he reversed our trap cards?
Oh.
Okay, here's the thing. You counter trap cards. You don't reverse trap cards.
Seth, I hate to call you out on this, but as someone who's played Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day, there is a trap card called Reverse Trap. So the
Wow.
joke still works.
Nerd!
Proud of it. What about it?
Oh, lordy.
So after actually seeing this this whole thing on the scene and watching that slick pulling my phone out of my sleeve,
I forgot about that.
This has probably got to be my favorite scene.
Oh, absolutely. Favorite scene.
Yeah, got it. Favorite scene.
Oh yeah, like great, like 10 out of 10. I gotta see what we look
Fucking
like when
flossing.
you sit down, Dylan, because like I have no idea.
Also, fun
This is gonna
fact.
be weird.
Fun fact. This is the first time I saw Dylan's makeup.
Nice.
I didn't even get to see it before the show, so when he walked on stage was the very first time I saw it.
Is this Thursday show?
Yep,
This is Thursday.
This is Thursday show.
Yes.
So we didn't get that you were partying last night with your good friend.
It's true. It's true.
There I am. There's the horror.
Oh, come on. That looks great.
You see just the silhouette of Mimi.
The part where everyone was supposed to come get flowers with me, but didn't.
The part where, someone was supposed to stop me from killing Bowser, but didn't.
Got him. Double got him.
There was just too much going on, man.
There's way too much. Like, there's like zero space between me and Dylan, but like, there's plenty of space between Grace and Dylan.
I think it's just
Only
a
from the
matter
angle.
of angle.
Probably.
Yeah, she's got the shell pointed towards her.
So when we started writing this scene, my vision for Bowser right off the bat was I wanted Fraser. I literally wanted Bowser to be Fraser.
I can
And
see
Dylan nailed it perfectly.
it. He did.
I have a video on my phone still of the first day he did all this monologue with his fangs in. It is
Oh
still,
my god.
You delete that now.
It is amazing. You killed all of us.
Dude, James, you post that shit.
I want to. I just have to cut it down because my phone won't do it. It's too large.
Nobody could actually do the show because everyone just kept laughing at me.
Which is why it was perfect. You had me doubled over on the floor crying.
We all were just gone at that point. It just was too much. Also, fun fact, that was an actual excerpt from Taming of the Shrew that we made him speak.
And now I can remember it forever.
Yep.
But not the whole play, just that one.
And now you watch.
or-
Megan, go horizontal.
Hey, it can be your monologue for any other auditions you do.
That's true.
Except for it gets cut off.
Oh.
I'm sitting down so you can't see the hair.
So, fun fact again, we came up with a joke off the top of our heads one day of Dylan asking for an EpiPen during this. What if someone actually had thrown an EpiPen? So
bad to share needles, kids.
So we went with a contingency plan of, God forbid, someone actually did it. That Dylan go into a quick monologue about this is not healthy. You shouldn't be sharing needles nor throwing away something this expensive.
Yeah, right.
Also, shout out to Morgan for basically volunteering to sit in the audience and just be ready to throw that shit.
I gotta tell you that my friend Bree came to me after the show, and she had an EpiPen, and she almost threw it at me.
Oh my god.
Lord.
Nice.
Of course she did.
Did you just say that Zelda quit?
There's Isabel like, hey, give me the microphone. Okay.
Give me that.
I like that you can see my turtle shell just kind of creeping around behind the couch there.
Look, the different lights got the message across.
No, like it's fine. Like it's a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Favorite scene. Definitely favorite scene.
We're the only ones that are nitpicking this.
No, I know. Like, the best part about this was when Cam told me we could actually do this effect. I wasn't sure just how well it would work, since we've tried it before. But it knocked it out of the park this year, and I've gotten so many compliments about it. Like, everybody was actually able to understand, like, what was happening between the scenes.
Yeah.
That was also another aim of ours, was to not have a single actual scene transition during the show. And keep the flow going.
Made my job hard as hell, considering I had to do a lot of cutting around. Well, the thing of it is...
No, you didn't.
Well, no, in a way I did, because here's the thing. I was borrowing Keon's camera for this. and he had, for whatever reason, after 12 minutes of continuous recording, it'll either go to a new file or it'll just cut off completely. I learned this during opening ceremonies, and this was the next show right afterwards. So I had to figure out how to work with that for this show. So you might see some jump cuts here and there. That is not me in editing. That was the file having to be reset. So make sure I didn't have that cut off at the worst possible time.
Yeah, that's like a because you used the Canon Rebel, didn't you? Or
I think so.
Yeah, so it's a European thing with DSLRs because they sell them as photography cameras. They can't record past 20 minutes legally in Europe, which is why nowadays with DSLRs and mirrorless cameras, you have to get the US version, or else if you get the European or like the worldwide version, you will be cut off at 20 minutes.
Thanks, Europe.
So back to this.
Thank you, Seth.
This exchange from like the phone call to basically when this major scene ends, which I'll tell you when, is like one of my favorite portions of the entire show, bar none.
Oh yeah, mine too. Yeah, for sure.
Like,
Jared, you could just say every scene's your favorite scene.
I don't know.
It's his favorite scene. That's a good scene.
Yeah, well, come on, man. Like, why you gotta knock my preferences?
Also,
Look,
I love how quickly Lily can command people in front of her. Makes me happy.
I try.
Yeah, I was not saying like fucking get it, Lily.
Also makes me... I'm actually kind of sad that, Dylan, you didn't do the line about Lakitu's new job.
I thought about doing it on Saturday, but I forgot.
Yeah, it would have been hard to fit it in there because we were flying.
Megan hiding behind the chair, which I love that so much.
Some say that Jarrah's still dead.
I don't know, man. I liked mine better, to be honest. My report, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes, make use of your associates in acting.
I mean,
I gotta
honestly,
say, I had no idea what the
beautiful.
Bowser costume would ever look like, but then once we saw it, we were just like, yes, that's the only way.
Like, this is seriously exactly what we had in our heads.
Also, thank you to the Heart Queen for the follow.
Right as rails, put the wind in his sails, or something.
Whatever hero version he is.
Yeah. I'm glad I came up with that line.
Here we go. My good old...
We have a lady in the house.
A very hungry, very sleepy lady. What?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I just want you guys to enjoy this and see what I saw every day.
Also, thank you, Wayne Tamer, for the follow.
Grace needs to learn how to properly scream because holy fuck, she could barely finish her lines the rest of each show.
Yeah, those of you who don't know why I had Grace scream like that, look up Screaming Grinch on YouTube. You'll understand. Also,
Yeah,
they're holding hands.
Yeah, we packed a lot of memes in this show. It was pretty good.
Grace, you owe me $40.
Oh, and then of course,
Just everyone, enjoy. Kudos to Maddie for this.
the look on Megan's face.
He's doing all the game references. He mentioned every game.
Oh, that's right.
What the fuck am I doing?
You enjoying the moment.
Just tapping your foot.
Yeah, remember? Ty and Matt are actually enjoying this.
I know that, but like I don't remember like what the fuck I did.
Everyone else.
And Power.
I didn't know you got that close to me, Megan.
Oh, I got very close because I was about to stop you.
She used the book. Good.
Oh yeah, because even slamming the desk, I wasn't getting as good of a sound as we wanted.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically that entire monologue, we wanted to make as many possible references as we could. So Maddie just pulled up a list of all the Zelda game names and just started typing. And it was
Oh,
more or
here
less
comes
just
my
we
favorite scene.
let him go, and it took like 20 minutes later we had that gem.
There was a lot of people laughing at me, but there was also it felt like there was a good chance I was just gonna get shot.
Nah, it was good. As a Zelda fan, it was good.
Are you a Zelda fan? I thought you were a fan of something else, Jara.
Like, I can be a fan of multiple things.
How dare you?
I'm a fan of this scene.
I'm a
Yeah,
pretty big fan
yo,
of this next
me too,
scene.
though. Like,
This is actually
yeah, like
probably
just the
my
way,
favorite scene.
yeah, like with the way the staging is and everything, and just like the way the lines flow. It's just, yeah, it's probably my favorite scene.
It's my favorite scene.
I'm not even
favorite
gonna
scene,
say.
Jero over here.
And Emu, I'm actually going to apologize. I think I remembered why I didn't include you. You're not on the actual cast list in the con guide, but you have my word, you are in the credits.
No excuse. I'll never forgive you.
Oh, I feel bad now.
Oh, get ready.
I invited you to my fucking 4th of July party.
I know, I feel bad now.
I have hit the husband, do not worry.
I shaved my head for this role.
For this role?
Again, you
For
have
your-
my word, you are in the credits. I did catch that when I was editing this. I'm like, why is she not in the con guide? I'm going to fix that.
We should have made Emu Omnimon.
We just switch them out, like while the lights are flashing and Emu just pops
Yeah,
out.
exactly. We just like throw Isabella and Dan off the stage.
I mean, I did have a cameo last year too.
That's true.
So
That is true.
There was a fun little line we had during rehearsal. One of the days when Jara is basically talking on the phone and gets interrupted. It was the whole. Oh shit! There, you're there. I don't know why, but it was so beautiful.
Speaking of beautiful,
Yeah, I gotta say, is it me or does Bethany have a constant need to pull off skin tight jumpsuits?
Yes.
No, we have that need.
And yes.
Okay, so like I legit I had bets with people on like who would get cast as who.
I love them heels.
And
I
like
would never walk in 'em.
immediately I was like, Bethany's obviously gonna get Bayonetta.
Oh yeah, no, we were literally sitting at like Grace's
Yeah.
house after auditions the first day, and we were like, all right, so if Bethany auditions, she's getting Bayonetta, like hands
Right,
down.
yeah.
So fun fact. Fun
she's got
fact.
it. Let her rock it.
Fun fact, guys. After the show last year, I had talked with Bethany that if I had put Bayonetta in the show, would she be willing to do it? So we kind
Hey,
of
Isabel,
Yes.
we can hear everything that's going on around
No,
you.
it's shades. It's shades.
That was me. That's my
Is
wife
it?
and my daughter were talking in the background.
Okay, because her little icon has been on this whole time.
I was accidentally pushing it. Oops, sorry.
It's alright, it's alright.
Where's your push to talk button, Shades?
Hey, I gotta keep up with you guys. And normally I don't have a lot of things going on behind me.
So back to what I was saying real quick to catch up. Bethany and I had the conversation right after the show last year that if I put Bayonetta in the show, would she be willing to do it? And she agreed.
Yeah.
So we kind of planned this for a long time. Mainly because she had been talking to me before that she wanted to do this costume. And I had confidence in her abilities to do it.
It was great. It was great.
It all works out.
Fun fact.
Fuck you, Danny.
During this scene in dress rehearsal, I actually stabbed myself on my own spikes.
Ow.
You sure did. You
You
bled.
were bleeding.
When a man tuts, he tuts hard.
Like, I love this scene, but I also hate that gag because I always felt like that would happen.
From that moment forward, I decided that my true calling would be
Which gag?
The tutting and all the hand signs and stuff.
Welcome back to Monologue the Show.
Hey, man.
Technically, your phone conversation was a monologue.
You're right. So I'm like, hey, man. Half my lines are monologue.
Big one.
Oh, yay. Oh, here comes like everybody's favorite quotable line.
That's sure a necklace.
Yeah.
That's a neck. Yeah.
That's necklace. Again, this scene alone requires multiple viewings just so you guys can catch all the shit that was happening around you.
And we have another new person joining us here once they get their audio situated.
That's Daniel.
Ah.
Wasn't the last one. Hooray.
And during this portion, I believe is when... Nope, not yet, not yet. So I heard you
got a book.
And off to the side, Jarrett screaming in pain from the audience.
So that's what that looked like.
Killed us every time.
And Link spilled horrible hot drink on himself.
Oh, you know what? This next scene coming up is probably like my favorite scene.
What, are you kidding? This next scene's... Oh, like, it has me doing dumb stuff in it? Are you kidding me? I'm the worst.
But, like, it has me saying something that nobody's gonna ever let me live down, just like best friends. And literally, I've heard it, like, about 4 times this week.
We have 15 minutes left of the show. You can hang on until...
Let me tell you about a line I say in a minute.
That's true.
Seth, which line?
It's the... you're wearing... like, I'm old enough to know you're wearing hair.
Yeah.
That was probably, like, as far as made-up lines go, aside from, like, the burns that me and Dylan had, like, I think yours got the most reactions. Like, are you going to be wearing their hair or your own, or whatever?
Yeah.
Will they be wearing your hair or their own? Like, that,
I love that line.
One of my favorite, like, improv lines.
I like that the way they sit is angsty.
And this, I love this line so much. Good luck, Godspeed.
Good luck and Godspeed.
We angsty as fuck. We're all just like angsty characters.
Well, I mean, let's be real. In terms of the show, we basically trapped the 4 of you in a building till we said you could go home.
In a hot as fuck building.
I mean,
there were popsicles.
You're not wrong.
Like one day, and they all melted.
We started bringing popsicles literally the weekend I started keto. Y'all suck.
Let's change the subject.
And then improv. And oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, I'm gonna eat it in a second. I'm about to eat it in a second.
And this is when we made Matt a horrible pervert.
You're welcome for that.
Oh, yay.
How long did those heels take?
From what Bethany told me, she had to grab the PVC for them, basically create the guns, attach them to the heels, get it all painted. So it was at least a month and a half. It wasn't constant work, but dear God, it was worth it.
Walking them. Hey, pretty.
I don't know. I think having the guns in the back would give you some extra stability.
No. This is me we're talking about.
Fair point.
People come from all over to witness my performances.
From your hackneyed performances.
I think Shades is having some
robotic problems.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't tell if that was me or them.
I don't know why. I shouldn't be. I've got a full signal. And...
Yes, robot friend. What else?
He's learning English.
You handle it, Shades. We'll take over. Don't worry. So this scene.
We're
Oh god.
professionals.
Welcome back to I Break Dylan and Bethany.
This was a scene of how deep can we cut each other.
So it's gonna be like that, huh?
Looks like it.
Yeah, freaking Dylan throwing all this shade.
And it was another one of those Perkins delirium kind of nights.
Hold my shell!
I'm making a call! Just go, pick a direction, just leave me, go! Oh,
Okay, what is going on? Why am I? Give me a sec. Oh,
Like catching the robot all around.
there we go.
Contagious.
Everybody
Can you
knows
guys hear me
robots
now?
contagious.
Man, I am so not standing in the center of that spotlight.
Check 1 2. Can you guys hear me?
We
Yeah.
hear you.
Yep.
All right. My thing
Yeah,
just.
that was the
weird.
problem, Jera, is that both days you did that.
I was standing on the mark.
You were standing basically the way we did the mark was your right foot was supposed to be on the mark, not your left.
Well, nobody told me that.
That was our bad.
Now we did.
Thanks.
So next time we do this,
like a month later.
Also, Mildred, not much on my part. I don't know what the hell just happened. My connection just dropped for a second.
But yeah, like
It's okay. We took care of the show.
again,
Yeah,
though,
we're professionals.
Well,
The
let's put it
fact-
this way. For a second, they couldn't even hear you guys.
Really?
So, for the fact of the spotlights and everything, this is the first year we've really tried to work with them. So we made sure to spike the stage, get the marks down, and everything. For our first try, for like a first real effort at it, I think we did all right.
Yo, what the fuck? I'm just lying there. It just looks like I'm contemplating life.
Weren't you?
Taking a nap.
I'm waiting for like the next scene to happen.
I mean, let's be real, Seth. There was a rehearsal where you sat there and basically went existential during one of the scenes doing that.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you fell asleep at one point.
I fell
while we were
asleep during
rehearsing.
one of them. I know for sure I fell asleep during one of them.
So this scene, with all the stuff that's happened, because let's be honest, it's like the culmination of all the efforts in the other scenes. It's like, and just the way it all comes together is probably my favorite scene.
Yeah, favorite scene.
Yeah, favorite scene for sure.
Yeah.
Pegasus mini tantrum. Also, if you guys can't hear it, when Nicole or Zelda originally picked up that phone, she no longer had the wonderful English accent that Breath of the Wild Zelda had, because that's the joke. We almost wanted her to go full Jersey for it, like, hey yo, what you talking about, man? That kind of thing. Like,
Really? That was the joke? I couldn't tell. That's wow. Like being in this show the whole time, and
I was talking to the audience, Jera.
I'm just saying, it's kind of obvious.
Question: were we this visible on Saturday's show as well?
I don't remember. Also, the camera also.
If you have to explain the joke, it's not a joke.
Fair.
Thanks, Henry.
Anyway, I don't remember you guys being that visible on Saturday. I think the camera kind of lit up the stage a little bit for you.
It can do that. It's a good camera, so it's gonna pick up light better.
Like, I remember you guys being visible, but not nearly this visible, so I think it's okay.
It's also eyes perspective.
We would have been more invisible, but we didn't have the budget.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is that gonna be a running gag for the night?
Yes.
We were
Yeah,
gonna
they
fix
pulled
it
a
in post,
CGI and fire show.
Not physically touched. Gross. But emotionally. Right here.
Man, this monologue's a lot longer than I thought. I guess dialogue? Whatever.
It's dialogue. It's for sure dialogue. It is not a monologue, boy.
You're a monologue.
I have a monologue.
Mono your log.
What does that even mean?
I know. I've been watching this entire time.
I just like how
Dylan and Bethany's heads are just poking from behind the couch.
I was behind that couch, realizing that how badly I had actually damaged the turtle shell, and also having that moment where I'm like, "How the fuck did I get here?"
Fucking the one time that Bethany almost fell trying to get into that position.
Okay, now we're less visible.
Yeah, now it's super dark.
So the amount of times that
Damn it, Dylan, get out the spotlight.
the amount of times, Dylan, I've had that phrase going through my head of "pull the trigger, Bayonetta, I dare you" this past week alone has been insane. It will not leave my head. Like anytime I've heard the phrase "pull the trigger," it immediately jumps to you going, "Pull the trigger! I dare you! Oh god!" It's made me so happy.
I had fun with that line. Favorite scene.
Oh yeah, for sure. Favorite line, favorite scene.
Crazy highlighting magic.
It will live in infamy.
Be gone, thought.
God damn it.
God, I was so happy you threw that in, honestly.
Yo, Dylan, let me just tell you, you are super quotable, and like I've heard "Be Gone" thought, specifically because of Star Party, like a lot this week.
I've heard that a lot, and then all the insults I'm yelling at her, which we actually didn't. I don't think we used all of them.
Yes, we didn't.
The mind
you had like
Worship
a whole
the
thing
booty.
of them.
Okay, the problem with a lot of the insults is that we didn't hear a lot of them because you actually got drowned out by everybody else, mostly Seth.
Thanks, James. I'm glad you could tell I could scream.
Yeah, you were screaming at the top of your damn lungs.
I'm pretty sure that was Megan I was hearing.
No, I was definitely screaming.
A lot of it was me too, though. I was pretty loud.
Grace wasn't screaming at all. Grace
Hey,
Grace was singing the Pokemon theme song.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Fucking great.
Hey, look at that. Bowser's slightly relatable.
I'm sure you went through something similar while writing your book, which I
Slightly relatable Turtle Dad.
Yep.
I recorded the whole thing.
Let's rap about it.
Keon has a video of me rapping.
I'm sure you had to plan and process during your many battles.
Don't step on turtles.
Save the world. Yeah, we went through so much, right?
Or else.
Don't use a straw.
I will say favorite moment coming up right here.
Oh yeah, mine too.
Favorite scene.
Somebody help me. Oh god, I've killed a child. Oh, I think you said another child at one point, which made me scratch my head in fear.
So my favorite one variation that he did was, "Oh God, not again."
Yeah.
What happened? I see you got total back when.
I like how the crowd thought it was the end, and I just took it as applause for me. It was great.
That's how it rolls.
More like 10 or 20. We just sort of
Seth's joke about the bone. What?
block of advertisement. But you were knocked out. Who's I supposed to make the call for commission?
Ty doing a sexy pose. Jesus Christ! What the fuck? He's 11.
You're 11.
Well, I'm old enough to know that you're wearing hair.
Got him.
God damn it.
Yeah, that's what I said to Bethany during her birthday. I was like, "You're now old enough to wear hair."
No, I think one of the favorite ones I saw was Dylan. You just saying "Be gone" thought. I'm like, yeah, that's a birthday saying right there.
You
I get that on occasion.
over-sexualized tumbleweave.
So we reject.
I wouldn't even kidnap you.
I would have preferred Waluigi.
Let's see here. I think this was the 4th variation of this little exchange that we had.
You mean like
Something like that,
12th?
yeah.
Yeah, more like 12. Let's be real.
All right, fair.
Because
I do get pretty creative with my insults sometimes.
We had like so many different exchanges for this. You threatening Keith's life, loving him, calling him son. Oh god, there was another one. Just
Oh, and fair warning,
fisting.
people. I don't mean midgets for this. I mean like people who are on like the lower end of the social spectrum. Apparently that was a thing.
Well,
that was so bad. Like I told you guys that was a bad joke.
Okay, in our defense, the way we saw it was like, oh, okay, it's Seth just telling us it's a bad joke. Then we realized, oh god, no, it's a bad joke.
No, but I didn't make the connection. I was like, no, I just mean like, you know, people who don't have any large amounts of influence. I didn't mean like midgets or anything. And I was like,
no, like, that's absolutely not what we meant at all. But Maddie brought it up to me like after show, like, oh god, we can't do that joke again. Wait, why?
Yeah, apparently
Little
the crowd
people?
took it
Oh
that way.
god, you're right.
Luckily,
Also-
I changed it for Saturday's show.
Thankfully, yes. Also, Star Party heartwarming moment because you know what, we can have them too. Go fuck yourself.
Oh yeah, like let's be honest, like the way this all just came together and just this heartwarming moment is probably my favorite scene.
Although I have to say, our Jero run of this made me smile so much just for Megan's line at the end.
Can I talk about Jero Run? Because there's a story that like people wouldn't know.
We'll get to it in a second, I'd say. Let the show play out and finish.
on this wonderful night, and he's hoping for so many more from me and my co-host, Lee. Remember, it's dangerous to go alone. So don't. Good night, everyone.
And ladies and gentlemen, Star Party actually shipping Link and Zelda more than Nintendo does.
Got him.
Also giving Zelda more screen time than Nintendo does.
Ow!
And curtain call.
Credits? Neat.
I always make sure to give credit. And see, Emma, I did put you in the credits, so ha! I did not forget you. I would never forget you.
Got him!
One more offering and you shall be forgiven.
Can we just talk about how Saturdays, Daniel just runs out with a Digimon suit on?
Yes, I do.
Did he really?
Yeah, I grabbed the hat and I walked out on with it.
Right, okay, yeah.
Also, Bill Gentleman points out, hey, Zelda did get her own game once. We just don't talk about that one usually.
But man, I just want to bonk some Dodongos.
I could eat a whole Octorok.
We did put a Link My Boy reference in the show.
Yes, I love it so much. My boy.
Yeah.
And we completely forgot about James and Maddie.
They didn't tell us.
They told us they were not coming out.
I don't blame them.
Goodbye, everyone else.
I like Saturday's show where when we came out on the stage, I had to look for my tooth.
Good times.
The tooth?
Indeed.
What tooth? So, okie dokie. Yahoo!
So there you have it, folks. The 2018 Metrocon Star Party. Chat, what'd you guys think?
Wait, this wasn't RCC?
Wow!
Surprise!
Yeah, you kind of had to be there.
I've always said, you know, as fun as it is doing these videos and showing these to everybody, it's one of those things you have to be there live to see in its full glory.
I don't hawk it just for, my own sake. I tell people all the time, get your asses over here and come see the damn show, people.
Or don't.
Seth, stop.
Live your best life. That's what I say.
But also like watch Star Party or we'll kidnap you.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Even if we're not on cast next year.
Time will
We'll find you.
tell.
Ty will tell.
No, time.
So, first story, just because it's still, I want to make sure we cover it. During rehearsals, every year we usually do something which we also just call the fuck run, which is more or less, also called the dead nun run. Just get all the really bad jokes out of our systems and just be able to get a more smooth show going. I kind of wanted to avoid that this year because the fuck runs kind of derail and take way longer than they should. So we started doing a 200% run, which is just full everything. There was one day I decided, you know what? Watching how Jera did things, we're going to do a Jera run. I want everyone to do what he does. And, throw in the improv, have some fun with it.
Be badass.
Yeah, sure. Keep the ideas
Get
going.
fucked.
Nah.
But keep the ideas going and just, have fun with it. Oh boy. I bit off way more than I could chew with that run.
Oh man.
Seth, if you would like to continue.
All right. So, literally right before we even did anything, Bethany came up to me and was like, "Hey Seth, I'm going to do something weird. Is that okay?" And I was like, "Okay." And I'm assuming it's like, oh, it's at the end when like Bethany's like, "Digivolving, that's so interesting." Turns out it wasn't that moment. And during the performance when I was like, yeah, I didn't read the book, why are we talking about eyes, she comes over, grabs my head, and then pulls me in like super close to like the necklace, which we weren't in costume that day, so it's just me like staring at her chest all day.
Titties.
And I'm just like, and like that's how the stumbling over my words started, because I was just like,
it was real.
And then he became a man.
I'm 21
A
now.
Digiman.
Thanks, Bethany.
The
He
best thing
aged
about
a
that run for
decade.
me is that I just push what I do a little bit more. So it's just a normal run for me for the most part. And then everything else was even better. It was great.
Yeah, the amount of lines Jera produced every weekend, I almost never could count on the same line twice.
And I had to keep up with that.
Yeah.
No.
Let's put it that way, it was good practice.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't even know what questions we can even ask this one. I think you guys covered a lot tonight. Jesus.
Thanks, Ace Blast. I am the real MVP, whoever you are.
Would you like to identify yourself so we can say hi? Also, if any of the chat has any questions about tonight's Star Party, please feel free to ask.
Hi, I'm a turtle.
I'm a rich old guy who likes to play children's card games.
I'm the same character I played last year.
What's next year's theme?
I was also a turtle, but on a cloud.
What is next year's theme? Well, I'm not going to tell you yet, so there.
Gotta spoil
You
it.
better
Come
tell
on.
me, James.
That means he doesn't know.
James,
Will
you
we
better
get
tell
more
me.
Yu-Gi-Oh characters?
No.
Tell me, James, will we get more Yu-Gi-Oh characters?
I don't know, Seth. Are we gonna?
I mean, maybe. Are we?
Am I going to be called in like a month into rehearsals to do them? Or like
Yu-Gi-Oh GX has a Game
Preferably
Boy game.
not this time around. Don't push your luck, Seth.
I'm not pushing anything.
Well, I'm assuming like, Seth wants to be Jaden.
Random fact. It's a random fact.
Hey guys, I'm actually gonna head out for the night, but it was good doing this, and I'll catch up with y'all later.
All right.
Have a good one, Dylan. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Blah, blah.
So, I'd like to, quick story. At the con, Seth decided to take every chance he possibly could
Oh boy,
to
did
sell
I.
the idea of Jaden Yuki from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX on me. And by every single opportunity, I mean, there was a point where he was in my hotel room at night. We were just hanging out, bunch of us, and I believe it was almost hour and a half. You tried to sell me on a story with Jaden Yuki.
Yes, I did. Also, I had to explain because I wanted Culver's opinion too, and so like I had to explain who Jade and Yuki even was.
Oh dear
And so
God!
I basically did the same thing I did with Digimon and just like explained the entire plot of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX seasons 1 through 4. To Culver.
Culver had to go crack open a drink.
Nice.
Oh, poor Culver. You know I'm gonna have to. If I remember that, I'm gonna have to ask him about that when we get to MNL.
Yeah, because Culver had no idea about the story of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
He's a little Jade and Yuki's a little possessed boy. He sees demons.
That's a weird way to say a Karibo.
Oh no, he doesn't just see Karibo. He sees his dead teacher. He sees the monster that haunted him as a child. He sees a bunch of aliens that he came up with.
And are somehow his cards.
Yes.
You
He
figured,
created them because he
figured
won
that
a
one out.
contest.
You realize you do we really want to get Seth started on this? Because we could be here all night.
I
Let's
could pitch my
not.
entire Star Party idea. Because I have more now.
No, save that, man. Because then if we actually do, if you guys actually do it, then you're gonna spoil
I'm not going to
it.
actually say it. I'm not going to actually say it.
Oh boy. So needless to say, I have an idea for next year. We're going to start working on it in probably a couple weeks or so. Start throwing character ideas around. Mainly because I want to get on it a little quicker this year.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Okay, Rick. For characters, I try to use characters that are somewhat recognizable right off the bat. Like, I've already used Mega Man before, but the biggest reason is either you're going to get the character or you're going to get what the character is in the show. I'd like a meet halfway kind of idea. But there's so many other factors that go into that. Because I also have to remember this character. Can I feasibly get anyone to actually play them? Is this costume, feasible within a few months of making? So, yeah. And no Mildred, there is no character dartboard. I am not that lost in myself.
Yet.
Don't jinx it.
You're jinxing yourself, man. I'm just encouraging it.
So, yeah.
Flutter fan 98. He must have seen my email in the show.
Okay. Fun fact about that email. The guy that Shades was talking about way back early, our original friend who played Pegasus, I had actually messaged him while we were writing saying, hey, can you come up with an email address for Pegasus that sounds as flamboyant and obvious as possible? And I actually stumped him. He couldn't think of one. So we went, okay, let's just go obvious as hell. He's obsessed with his Millennium Eye. He is a sparkling man. And would he use something that's off the beaten path? Yeah, GeoCities.
Oh my god.
So Ace Blast just commented a thing, and James, if you definitely want me to come back next year,
oh my god,
there's your concept.
Oh my god. So, fun fact about that. Before Jared came on cast, the original plan was we had that reveal as Sonic the Hedgehog was Pegasus's backup host. And it was going to be a fun little thing. Jared took it to the nth degree.
Like, I'm a huge Sonic fanboy, so it only seemed right.
Yeah, because Sonic's right. You better recognize.
Yo, Jared, did you talk about when we sang Cityscape?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. It was the scene right before Lily told me of the that Zelda quit. I just wandered out on stage like rolling around at the speed of sound. Just kind of like singing to myself. It was great.
Oh my god. Let's be real. If I ever put Sonic in the show, it'll just be as an excuse to have the exchange between him and Shadow.
Oh god. Oh god.
I found you, faker.
Faker, I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Ha! You're not even worth being my fake.
I'll make you eat those words. Ha!
Oh my god.
Hey,
I
to be fair, Games Done Quick does that every time they do Sonic Adventure 2. They
As
did it
they
this year.
should.
Callback.
As they should.
They did it this year. They did it at Summer Games Done Quick this year. The whole audience in unison.
Which reminds me, Nicole's monologue at the beginning of the show. We actually held back on writing that. Mainly because I wanted up-to-date kind of information for it. I didn't want to write something that was almost a year old. Because if you're familiar with stage, like late night show monologues, they are insanely up to date. Like that day kind of information.
Yeah.
Mind you, I wasn't going to try and figure something out that close. So the plan was E3 was in early mid-June. So we decided we'll take what info we find out about at E3 and shove it in. And if it's like super pertinent, we'll use it, like the Kingdom Hearts info. God, what else did we put in there now? Smash, definitely. But like that kind of stuff. So that was a fun little thing I liked. I don't think anybody really caught on to it too much.
It sucked that Metrocon was the same weekend as Comic-Con. There's so much information
San
that came out that
Diego
day
Comic-Con, yeah. No, it wasn't San Diego like 2 weeks before?
No, it was the weekend of.
No. Weekend of.
Same weekend.
Ah, shit. But yeah, so yeah, we found out about some stuff then, like well, there's a bunch of game stuff, but like other things as well. I know Seth, you were wanting to steal some of the Digimon live action props that they had.
Yeah, that was AX was a couple weeks before.
AX, right. God, everything's in the freaking summer.
All right.
Yep.
Con season, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's because the kids are out of school. It's the best time to throw a convention.
Oh, the Jera run. It was like, we didn't bring them. They're in Los Angeles right now.
Oh my god. Yeah, like practice this year was definitely interesting. Mainly for the fact of there were so many times one of us would have to read lines for someone because they were busy or tied up with something else.
Yeah, both our directors were in chess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
and
at the same time, we made for it.
And I had to do like masquerade like a quarter of the time.
But if anything, it worked out pretty damn well, I'd say.
Yeah.
It all came together.
Slick Rick, honestly, trust me, if there's one thing I know about Nick and Alex at Metro, they try to set up their conventions and not be at the same time as any others, but they also have to compete with everything else that's trying to use the Tampa Convention Center, and sometimes you're stuck with what you're stuck with. And unfortunately, they keep getting stuck with San Diego.
I'm pretty sure they didn't know this time. Because I don't
Yeah,
think San Diego dates were announced.
After. Yeah, I think their dates came up after ours.
And I don't think San Diego Comic-Con is going to give two shits if they're competing with a con like Metrocon, considering how big they are.
Come on, San Diego Comic-Con. Wait in the line for 4 hours to possibly see a person at a panel for 20 minutes.
Yeah, no, San Diego Comic-Con only cares about other conventions that call themselves Comic-Cons, because then they try to take them to court over the name.
Why am I not surprised?
So, another fun fact pops up in my brain. The set this year, I purchased it all out of pocket. That couch cost me about $20. The desk about 25. Oh boy, was it fun picking those up. Shout out to our friend Spencer, who was in Masquerade. You'll see him later. He picked up the couch for me, and we got a nice little slipcover for it. It's a very nice couch. I plan on picking it up as soon as I can. That desk though. So I finally tracked it down on the Facebook Marketplace. Nice person lived near my parents that was willing on selling one. $45 desk. I'm like, okay, fine. Finally have one. We can work with it, whatever. So me and my dad drive down there before practice one day, mind you. And we go to pick it up. Mind you, I think it's going to take maybe like 20 minutes to pick it up. We'll get it to the warehouse. I'll be in time to start run-throughs with chess in the morning. I go to pick it up, and nobody's answering the door. Nobody's answering Facebook. Like, I don't know if this lady's even here. I'm knocking on her door, and she has one of those, double sets of doors for her front door with a partition in the middle. I'm just knocking, not sure what's going on. I see the door like moving a little. I'm like, I guess she didn't lock her door or something. I knock one more time. The door caves in and opens up into the house.
Oh, God.
So my first thought is, I hear something in the house. I'm just going to grab those, close it back up, and act like nothing happened. Because I definitely got the lady's attention. So she tells me, okay, desk is in the garage. I'll open it up for you. She opens it up, and the desk is twice the size of what it showed on Facebook.
Oh, jeez.
Like, I wanted, like, the desk we see in the show. The desk she was giving me was what I can only really describe as, like, a doctor's office reception desk.
Oh, my God.
So I'm like, this is bigger than I asked for and that you listed. Oh, I've got one more in the back if you want to look at it. And she shows me the other desk. I'm like, okay, I can get that to my dad's car. So we do. But mind you, we have no real rope or anything to lash it down. So we had to go up the street to Publix and pray it doesn't fall out of my dad's car. Pick up some nylon rope, lash it to the car. And at this point, I'm about half hour late to practice. We get there. We get it back up onto the dock we were at for the warehouse. Thank you to Dylan, Matt Schnack, a couple other people for getting it up there. And I'm having to throw on all my chess stuff, making sure, hey, Maddie, check out the desk I bought. Should be good to go. Let's just hope it doesn't break on us.
Let's just step on it, like, as soon as we get it.
Well, that was my first thing was, hey, Dylan, step on this desk and hopefully we don't have you die.
No pressure.
No pressure. It was a solid enough desk, thankfully.
And heavy.
Very heavy. The other one was heavier.
Yeah, I think we should be thankful you didn't have to pick up that other desk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
The couch was lighter.
I am not a home invader. I closed it.
Good times.
I think my favorite scene from rehearsals didn't actually make it into the real show was when Seth was gonna sit on the couch and just go like, "Oh, was I supposed to leave?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had a running joke where Ty's parents never came to pick him up.
It was honestly just because like I didn't know whether to leave or not, so I was like, I'm gonna sit. Or no, it was just because like I just want to sit on the couch because I didn't have a chair. I was like, I'm gonna just sit here and then I'm gonna improv a line because I think it's gonna be funny. It just never got in because like I didn't think it needed to be in. We already had enough random.
True. Though, if you had thrown it in there, you could have had Grace throw back a line like, "Well, at least your parents, at least your parents are still together. Damn it."
Whoa. Getting dark at Star Party.
Getting heavy.
Hey, you know Matt, he'd do it.
This is true.
Matt and Ty were always button heads.
But always holding hands.
Also, I wonder how many people noticed that too. That you actually, you guys did have those two holding hands during that scene, during that whole relaxation scene.
We got some woos.
Yeah, there was some pop.
Woos.
They came up with that themselves too.
Well, based on the show.
Yeah, I was like, bro, we need to hold hands at one point, and then like that just seemed the most opportune time that made sense.
Yeah,
it worked.
That it did.
We got some woos. As soon as like, you want to hold hands,
getting that pop,
ladies.
So this one time at summer camp, me and Matt, we held hands. Oh,
True.
Lord. But no,
Also,
I
happy August 1st, everybody. Even though it's not August 1st anymore.
it's like the 6th, the 7th, I think.
I know. No, it's like a bunch of people sent me like, "Hey, it's August 1st. It's a Digimon reference. You get it? Do you get it?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
All right, guys, I gotta go. I gotta get back to work. But this was fun.
Right.
See you guys in the following weeks for the other shows.
Indeed. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.
I think it might be a good time just for us to start wrapping up because I think we're kind of slowing down at this point.
Yeah, but it was a good time. I'm glad everyone enjoyed the show this year. It definitely warms my heart.
Did you? I wasn't here because like I had to grab something. But did you mention about the people who came on after us for Star Party Day 2?
Oh, right. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh,
so
yes.
Saturday, we had at guests at the con, Jonathan Young and Caleb Hiles. Big celebrity kind of singers. They're good YouTubers. As it turns out, I wasn't even aware because I had just seen some people in the back of the room thinking, okay, they're like family members that came in early. We let family in from the cast to get some seats. No, as it turns out, the two of them decided to come see the show. And
No,
I
they
didn't realize it till
No,
after
they didn't.
Yeah,
Yes, they did. Hang on.
did.
Hang on. Gets better.
I love their YouTube.
No, Isabel, it gets better. Because then they came up on stage. They were starting to check stuff, like get their stuff in. I actually got to introduce myself and talk with them for a few minutes.
I threw my wig at them.
Caleb fucking loves the show. He thought it was one of the funniest damn things he's seen in years. He is such a huge fan. He wants to see all the Star Parties. So I am currently in the middle of compiling them to email to him.
Nice.
And him and Jonathan are also the first actual guests of the con to come see Star Party.
This is so great.
I've been trying for years to get the guests to come see it, but it's always during their primetime signings or their panels or them being probably drunk, passed out in their rooms. Thank you, Scott McNeil. I mean, let's be real. We've always thought that's the case, and he'll never deny it. But no, this was the very first year we had a guest see the show, and they absolutely loved the fuck out of it. And that hit me so hard. Because not only just recognition for work you've been doing for years, but the fact that they loved what you guys did made me so happy.
Nice.
It was funny. We were saying good job to everybody, and then James was like, "Good job, everybody. You did great." And I just walk over to them. I didn't know who they were. I was like, "Yeah, good job, guys. You guys did great."
Good job, buddy.
Bravo, Seth. Bravo.
That's our Seth. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
And I will never leave Star Party.
At this rate, not really.
But
didn't your sheet say you were going to do Thai or not Metro at all?
Yeah, it did.
Well, let's be real.
Like,
I have a promise to you, Seth, that I need to make you a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I need to like age up a year every year. Or I'll have like my I'll have a age growth like a couple years, but then like it'll be like the backstory of like how I aged up 2 years.
But speaking of Caleb and Jonathan and their buddy Rashad EB, couple weeks from about 3 weeks from now, we'll be having that awesome concert coming up. Oh my God, that concert was lit.
Oh yeah.
It was #LitFam.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Don't forget to whip and Nene.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But yeah, folks at home, if you haven't, if you have not heard the amazing voices of those two, plus the awesome riffing of Rashad, you're in for a treat. Rest assured. And
Someone please say something. This awkward silence.
Wait, I've been talking this whole time. Can you guys not hear me?
I hear.
It was
I hear you.
Just a little delay. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm like, yeah.
This awkward silence is too much.
I
But
don't
when I
think she
tried to
can.
press my button, I ended up writing in the chat. So please, just don't mind me.
I don't think
It's
she can hear
okay.
us.
So, true story after the end of Saturday's Star Party. I have no idea this is Jonathan Young. He's like, hey, do you want me to help you break down the set? I'm like, nah, good. We're good.
Yeah. Like they were overly friendly and helpful with everything, and I appreciated it so much. Like they were probably the first panel we have ever had after us that wasn't immediately trying to kick us out of the room.
They seem to be some of the coolest guys I've ever seen.
And if anything, they're probably the first panel that had a legit reason to kick us out of the room.
Well, they still had plenty of time to prep up. Like I was there in the like I came in at the end of the Saturday show, so I saw a little bit of it, and I was there the entire time they were setting up, sound checking and all that stuff. And again, they were chill as all hell. Like they're the real deal. Like they are very down to earth. They have no ego whatsoever. They're just having fun.
You didn't warn us that there were going to be signs that applause whenever the guests were introduced.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. There was applause signs. We had them up on the projectors on the sides.
Yeah, we did. I just couldn't capture them, and there was really no need for me to put them up.
I didn't realize that was going to happen until day of, and I got scared.
It's okay. We found out that bright lights and sounds startle Isabel very quickly.
No, I just caught off guard.
All right, guys, I'm hopping off.
Yeah,
All right.
I think it's time to wrap up, but thank you for joining us, Lily.
Yep, I'll be back for RCC.
Next week.
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
I'll see you there.
Have fun.
Go home.
Anyway, I think that's going to be our cue, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the Star Party. Like I said, in about half an hour, the full video of the show without our commentary will be up on our YouTube page, or on my YouTube page, I should say. And of course, I will transfer the stream recording to the YouTube page immediately, shortly afterwards as well. So you'll see both of those up on YouTube. But that is going to do it for us here tonight. Hopefully you guys had fun. Let's talk about what's happening the rest over at our crew at RVT. Tomorrow night, if you're a tabletop RPG fan, we're doing our series, The Second City, where we're nearing the end of our run of The Legend of the Five Rings. So if you guys enjoyed that, we'll be doing that tomorrow night at 9. Thursday, for you Power Rangers fans, I know there's a couple of you in here, we've got Ranger Recap Live. We'll be watching a classic episode of Power Rangers, talking about the news, the Power Rangers news out there, and if you're looking forward to Power Morphicon, oh good God, be wary, it's going to get nuts. So be on the lookout for that, and I just realized this needs to come up here. I don't know why this wasn't there. So be on the lookout for that happening Thursday at 9. Friday, we've got the WrestleCast with Matty J and TWK talking about the wrestling news of the week. And, of course, your emails and comments as well, so check that out Friday at 10. Saturday, we got a double whammy. We've got the Helmsman with Tony Helms and the gang playing more games online with you. And then at 8, we have the Anime Mavericks podcast. Join myself, Mike Shell, and Yami Anji as we check out another anime series, First Impressions. And of course, show off an awesome AMV on AMTV and the anime news of the week. All of that Saturday at 8. Sunday, Toku Wrist Live, where we check out the latest episodes of Kamen Rider Build, Lupin Ranger vs. Bato Ranger, Gabon, and Hurricaneger. All of that plus your Toku memes and more Sunday at 7. Not much happening on Monday, but Tuesday we have another double whammy for you, both at 8 o'clock. We have the Rift Down with TWK and the crew, checking out the latest WWE SmackDown. And then we have the next edition of Metrocon Live. Join me in the cast of the Rhythm City Chronicles. We dance the night away with an amazing concert of shiny variety. You'll see what we mean coming up next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, live here on RVTV. And of course, if you enjoyed tonight's stream and you haven't already, make sure you give me a follow here so you can keep up with all of these and more. And if you can, subscribe. Get access to exclusive Twitch emotes, which I am working on those, by the way. And of course, our VIP Discord channel on the RVT server. Also, I'm going to post a link in the chat for anyone who's interested. We have put together a GoFundMe page. We are trying to get the RVT crew to Metrocon 2019. We are going to be looking to get airfare, hotel, and some passes, possibly even VIP if we can afford it, to the majority of our RVT crew who we can't get press passes for. So we need everyone's help to do that. If you guys can chip in a couple bucks of that, that would be greatly appreciated. So consider checking that out as soon as you can. In the meantime, I want to thank everyone else for tuning in. And as always, and a big shout out to the crew of the Star Party for hanging with me tonight. You guys have been awesome.
Hey, that's us.
Yeah. Nice. But it's always a pleasure.
Bye-bye. See you at Mask.
Don't forget to subscribe. Like the video.
Smash that subscribe button!
Oh, God. Anyway, on behalf of everybody here in Metrocon, my name is The Shades, and we'll see you guys next time. Rock on! Special thanks to Eric Vaughn for their Patreon donations. Donate today so you can keep these streams going.